Hello, this is Slate with Combo of Rocks, bringing you another video deck tech of a deck that we built and have one for sale in the TikTok shop. If you're not familiar with us, we make and sell custom budget EDH decks. These decks are light on the budget, so they may not be optimal or competitive, but they're definitely fun and centered around a central theme that you can build on. Today we have Taborax, Hope's Demise, which is 2 to black for a 2/2 legendary demon cleric with flying. It has lifelink as long as it has 5 or more 1/1 counters on it. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Taborax, and if it was a cleric, you may draw a card. If you do, you lose 1 life. So this is actually a Shadowborn Apostle deck, and I think there's about almost 30 Shadowborn Apostles in the deck, and they're all clerics, so they work well with this commander. But let's get into the deck. We have an alternate commander option here in Jiren, Corrupted Bishop, 2 to black for a 2/3 human cleric. Whenever it or another non-token human dies, you lose a life and create a 1/1 white human creature token. So our Shadowborn Apostles are also humans, right? Pay 2 colorless, target human gains lifelink until end of turn. On your end step, if you have exactly 13 life, you can pay 4 black. If you do, transform him. He becomes Ormondal the Corruptor, which is a 6/6 legendary demon with flying, trample, and lifelink. You can sack another creature to draw a card. We have Infernal Sovereign, 4 black, flying, trample, skip your draw step. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, you draw a card and lose a life. Burning Rune Demon, 4 black for a 6/6 demon berserker with flying. When it enters, you can search for exactly 2 cards, not name this card. They have different names. Easy to do in EDH. If you do reveal those cards, an opponent chooses one of them, put one into your hand and the other into your graveyard, then shuffle your library. Lord of the Void, 4 and 3 black for a 7/7 flying demon. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 7 cards of that player's library, then put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield under your control. Shadowborn Demon, 3 black for a 5/6 flying demon. When it enters, destroy target non-demon creature. On your upkeep, if you have fewer than 6 creature cards in your graveyard, sack a creature. Reaper from the Abyss, 3 and 3 black for a 6/6 demon with flying. On the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, destroy target non-demon creature. Demon of Dark Schemes, 3 and 3 black for a 5/5 demon with flying. When it enters, all other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever another creature dies, you get an energy, and then you can pay 2 and a black and 4 energy to put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped. Sower of Discord, 4 and 2 black for a 6/6 flying demon. When it enters, choose 2 target players. And whenever damage is dealt to one of the chosen players, the other chosen player also loses that much life. Pestilence Demon, 5 and 3 black for a 7/6 flying demon. Pay a black to deal 1 damage to each creature and each player. So Pestilence on a giant creature here. Bloodgift Demon, 3 black for a 5/4 flying demon. On your upkeep, target player draws a card and loses a life. Overseer of the Damned, 5 black for a 5/5 demon with flying. When it enters, destroy target creature. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Carnifax Demon, 4 black for a 6/6 flying demon, enters with 2 -1 counters. You can pay a black, remove a -1 counter, and put a -1 counter on each other creature. Rune Scar Demon, 5 black for a 6/6 flying demon. When enters, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. Extractor Demon, 4 black for a 5/5 flying demon. Whenever another creature leaves the battlefield, you can have a player mill the top 2 cards of their library, and then it has Unearth for 2 and a black, so you can return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then you exile it. Harvester of Souls, 4 black for a 5/5 demon with Death Touch. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. Nightmare Shepherd, 2 black for a 4/4 enchantment creature demon with flying. Whenever a non-token creature dies you control, you can exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1 nightmare. Works very well with Shadowborn Apostle. Archfiend of Depravity, 3 black for a 5/4 flying demon. On each opponent's end step, that player chooses 2 creatures they control, then sacks the rest. Secret Salvage, 3 black, exile a non-land card from your graveyard. Search your library for any number of cards with the same name as that card. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. So if you have 1 Shadowborn Apostle in your graveyard, you can actually get all of them into your hand. Patriarch's Bidding, 3 black, each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of the type from their graveyard to the battlefield. You can choose Cleric, you can choose Human, and you can even choose Demon if there are some demons in your graveyard. But once you sack your Shadowborn Apostles, you can get them back with this. Hagra's Mauling, 2 black, destroy target creature, costs 1 less if an opponent controls no basics. Can also be a tapped black land. Thrumming Stone, a 5-mana artifact. Spells you control have Ripple 4. So whenever you cast a spell, you can reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Cast spells with the same name as that spell revealed without paying their mana costs. So again, works very well with Shadowborn Apostle. And just mana rocks, we have a few here. Most of the time, we're not trying to ramp. We're just trying to play as many Shadowborn Apostles as we can. So we have Coalition Relic, Charcoal Diamond, Star Compass, taps for black, or will tap for black. Wayfarer's Bauble, our colorless Rampant Growth. Lightning Greaves, 2 mana, 0 to equip. Equip creature has haste and shroud, just a good way to protect your demon once you cheat it into play. Swiftfoot Boots, 2 mana, 1 to equip. Equip creature has hexproof and haste. And more mana rocks, Arcane Signet and Soul Ring. Archfiend of Sorrows, 5 black for a 4/5 flying demon. When it enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. You can also unearth it from your graveyard for 3 and 2 black. Blood Speaker, 3 and a black for a 3/2 Ogre Shaman. On your upkeep, you can sack him. If you do, search your library for a demon, reveal it to put into your hand, then shuffle. Whenever a demon comes into play, you can return it from your graveyard to your hand. Nice tutor effect there. No Rest for the Wicked, 1 and a black enchantment, sack it. Return all creatures that were put there from play this turn to your hand. Again, great with Shadowborn Apostle. Dark Ritual, 1 black to create 3 black mana. Palaka Predation, 2 and a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You can choose a card with mana value 3 or greater. That player discards that card. It can also be a tapped black land. Echoing Return, 1 black. Return a creature card and all other creatures with the same name as that card from your graveyard to your hand. Just another good way to get all your Shadowborn Apostles back into your hand. And then again, we have, I think, 29 of these to be exact. I can recount, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So Shadowborn Apostle, 1 black for 1/1 Human Cleric. Your deck can have any number of them. Pay a black and sack 6 creatures named Shadowborn Apostle. Search for a demon, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle. Just to show you, I have a bunch here. We'll get to the lands. But yeah, those are all Shadowborn Apostles. And then our lands here. Takanuma and Bond and Mire. Legendary land, taps for black. You can pay 3 and a black and discard it to mill 3 cards, then return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Costs 1 less for each legendary creature you control. Spymaster's Vault. Enters tapped unless you control a swamp. Taps for black. Black tap. Connive X, where X is the number of creatures that died this turn. Field of Ruin. 2 taps, sack, destroy non-basic land an opponent controls. Each player then searches for a basic and puts it onto the battlefield. Volatile Fault, 1 tap, sack, destroy non-basic land. They search for a basic, and you create a treasure token. And Myriad Landscape, taps for colorless, 2 taps, sack, search for 2 lands that share a basic land type, so swamp in this deck. They put it onto the battlefield tapped. And then we have 30 swamps here, not trying to do anything super fancy. Swamps and Shadowborn Apostles will do the job. But thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, but we'll see you next time.